In this Ultimate Soundbank how-to, we're going to review the UVI Soundcards and the Universal UVI Player. UVI Soundcards are versatile sound libraries that can be used as virtual instrument plugins, as a standalone application, and as sound extensions or add-ons to Plug Sound Pro, Motu Mach 5.2, and Beat Inc. Now, the UVI Soundcards are not physical cards or hardware, but are actually expansive sound libraries that are installed on your Mac or PC. From retro keyboards and organs, and an anthology of synth sounds, to a mayhem of sliced loops and extreme sound effects, UVI Soundcards are a diverse collection of audio presets, loops, and phrases. Bundled with each UVI Soundcard is the Universal UVI Player, which can be operated in standalone mode or as a virtual instrument plugin in your favorite DAW. UVI Soundcards and the Universal UVI Player are compatible with all current plugin formats: VST, DXI, RTAS, AU, and MAS, and can be installed on PCs and Macs, including Intel Macs. Based on the same UVI engine as Plug Sound Pro, the Universal UVI Player manages the presets and loops in each UVI Soundcard and provides controls for loading presets, loops, and phrases into the player, a loop section that controls the settings for the loop or phrase that's loaded into the player, polyphony and disc streaming controls, global tuning and volume, effects toggling, tempo controls that let you sync the UVI Player to your host application's tempo and transport, and audio and MIDI drag and drop, which lets you drag and drop a loop or phrase as audio or MIDI data directly into your host application and even to the desktop. Now that we're familiar with the Universal UVI Player, let's take a tour of the UVI Soundcards, starting with retro organs, a gorgeous 3 GB sample library recorded with audiophile gear in one of the best studios in the world. This virtual instrument concentrates on the most famous electric organ of all times, the rotating speaker, the tone wheels, and the grit of an organ sound played through a guitar amp. All those classic elements contribute to the final sound, and they are faithfully reproduced by this UVI Soundcard. The sound categories include presets with and without rotating speaker cabinet, vibrato, and percussion, recorded through the regular speaker, guitar amps, and DI boxes. To round off the extensive sound collection, pedal sounds are also included. Imagine one instrument with a huge diversity of synth sounds with simple access to presets. UVI Soundcard Synths Anthology is that instrument, an 8 GB sample library derived from the most famous analog and digital synths of all time. The UVI Soundcard Synths Anthology sound design team used every landmark synth made in the last 30 years to create the most versatile sound palette ever put together in a single instrument. Wavetable, vector, additive, classic analog, FM and formant synthesis, PCM, and much more. The sounds will remind musicians of old standards, yet offer better programming and a vastly improved sound quality. UVI Soundcard Extreme Effects is a virtual instrument dedicated to sound effects, foleyes, and atmospheric sounds. For sound designers, it means having a brand new sound bank and the ability to work faster than ever with a great set of sound shaping tools. And it's perfect to trigger the included sound effects easily. Extreme Effects is also a great composition tool that will serve as a source of inspiration for new musical ideas. Few instruments are as easy and enjoyable to use. Extreme Effects provides a wide range of unconventional, cinematic, and bizarre sounds. For basic atmospheres, it's unparalleled. And with the integration of the UVI engine, you can count on an uncompromised sound quality throughout the plugin. Mayhem of Loops is the perfect toolbox for building a modern rhythm section from a wide variety of drum, percussion, instrument, and effects loops. A massive selection of over 5,000 loops covering many different styles include breakbeats, drum and bass, electro, fresh disco house, grunge hip-hop, industrial, jungle, trip-hop, UK house, and more. All loops were carefully sliced so you can use them immediately at the right tempo, or drag and drop the audio or the MIDI for deeper groove editing and remixing in your sequencer. Retro Keyboards is a collection of the most essential keyboards of all time, now available for all platforms and formats. Included are 7 legendary instruments captured in stunning audiophile detail, with a range of expression that feels like the real thing under your fingers. 3 eras of a classic time-based electric piano, a famous electric acoustic piano, a soulful reed piano, and 1 funky keyboard plus his little brother. Each instrument included in retro keyboards is organized into families of presets to simulate the essential vocabulary of these classic keyboards, including amp simulator, tremolo, vinyl emulation, and much more. In this Ultimate Soundbank how-to, we reviewed the Universal UVI Player and UVI Soundcards, showed how they could be used in standalone mode, as virtual instrument plugins in your favorite DAW, and as add-ons to PlugSound Pro and Mach 5 2, and we took a tour through each UVI Soundcard. So, if you're looking to dive into the world of virtual instruments or expand your current sample library, look no further than Ultimate Soundbank's UVI Soundcards.